New Year to all of you guys. We made it through another year and, oh, there's no roster update. You know, I'm really surprised because like usually they always have a roster update every 2 weeks. But I forgot that, you know, some people are, you know, they go on vacation. That's the thing, isn't it? So they have not updated a roster for NBA 2K22. However, what I'm going to do is we're going to do a 2021 year review of the roster. You know, I usually talk about the updates and ratings, but I never sit down and just talk about a team and their player ratings and what I think about them, right? I never really just get to do that. So that's exactly what we're going to do today in today's video, right? Before the video starts, please be an OG, join the pack, subscribe, leave a like on the video. It helps the video grow. Let's get the video started with the Philadelphia 76ers as I always do. This team, I think, is getting better. I think that they're starting to realize who they are after Ben Simmons, because Ben Simmons has not played for the team, nor I think will he ever play for the team ever again. I don't know. It's such a weird situation, but you have Joel Embiid and Tobias Harris doing their thing. Andre Drummond was a surprisingly decent pickup for this team. Tyrese Maxey's looking like somebody that's going to be more than just an 80 overall in a couple years. And with Seth Curry doing his thing as one of the greatest three-point shooters of all time. Yes, I know what I just said, because statistically he is. And Shake Milton, who's playing good, and Korkmaz, who has moments, and Matisse Thybulle, who's a great defender. Like, you look at this team, and even without Ben Simmons, it kind of doesn't matter, and it's impressive. So, you know what? I'm happy for them, and I hope that they keep growing. Now, for the Milwaukee Bucks, the NBA champs, you know, this is a weird one. I saw that Giannis is now leading the MVP ladder, which is crazy to think, but this is, again, remember, this is the most dominant player in this league, right? In terms of at least scoring in the post, because Curry's pretty dominant too, if you think about it, right? Giannis deserves it. You know, NBA champion for a reason, and at the beginning of the year, and you know what? I'm going to hold on to this feeling. I said in the beginning of the year, my NBA champ prediction for 2022 was the Bucks. I think they're going to repeat. I don't have an actual solid reason why I believe that. I just feel it in my heart for some reason, right? Giannis is a big part of that. Chris Middleton, even though he's been struggling for the most part this year, he's still a great scorer. Drew Holiday's still doing his thing. Bobby Portis has been low-key amazing this year. Pat Connaughton has been fantastic. Dante DiVincenzo doing his thing every year. Grayson Allen at least had a good start to the season. This team is very, very, very good. And, you know, DeMarcus Cousins really isn't playing well, but like they have him. This team is good, and I still think they're going to repeat. That's my feeling. Now for the Chicago Bulls, bro. Wow, man. A team that I didn't expect to be as good as they are has been really impressive, and I'm happy for DeMar. You know, I want him to succeed. I wanted him to succeed with the Spurs, and he just didn't. But he's here with the Bulls, being a low-key MVP candidate. And as the season goes on, he looks like the best player on the Bulls at the moment. Zach LaVine finally getting the wins that he deserves. That is the best team in the East right now. It's pretty impressive. Lonzo Ball getting the respect he deserves. Vucevic being on a team that's actually winning is really big for him. Alex Caruso, this whole team has been so impressive. Kobe White's, you know, I hope he starts getting more minutes and playing better. But, like, their big core, these five right here, have been fantastic this year. The Cavs have been the most impressive team in the NBA. Nobody expected them to be even kind of decent, and they have been. They kind of remind me of the Knicks last season. A defensive team, scrappy, young, trying hard. Jared Allen's been amazing. Darius Garland's been the best scorer on the team. Evan Mobley's been an arguable Rookie of the Year. Kevin Love's kind of coming back. They just lost Ricky Rubio for the season, but Larry Markkanen's been fantastic. Like, this has been a great team and an impressive team, and I wouldn't even be surprised if the ratings keep going up this year. The Celtics have been weird. I won't lie to you, and I hope I'm not offending Celtics fans. I think they're unimpressive this year, and in fact, they're a letdown this year. Jason Tatum has been on course, and it's been feeling like he's supposed to be one of the best players in basketball, right? But it's like it's slowed down a little bit, right? And I'm not saying he's getting worse. I think he's as good as last year, right? But like, I don't know. It's just like he was hyped up. You know, he dunked on LeBron at like 20 years old, right? Like we were like, dude, this guy's gonna run the NBA. And it hasn't happened yet. And I wouldn't say he doesn't have the team for it. Jaylen Brown's an amazing number 2 for the team. Al Horford's been decent. Dennis Schroeder's been really good for the Celtics this year. I think it's everyone else, to be honest with you. But we'll have to wait and see for the Celtics. They might pick it up in the second half of the year. For the Clippers, dude, I'm really impressed with them because it's been Paul George and a bunch of like players. I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. I still think Reggie Jackson's rating is way too low, just being honest. But at the end of the day, you know, Hardenstein's the second best player on the Clippers right now because Kawhi's been injured, and that's weird. That's weird. The Grizzlies, bro. Desmond Bane's like all I want to talk about. What an amazing player. someone that I didn't think would be this good this fast. And Jaren Jackson Jr. been playing good ever since he came back. The Grizzlies are going to be a good team for a long time, assuming everyone can stay healthy. They have so much young talent. It's scary. It's scary. The Hawks have been all over the place this year, but they've also been like injured at times. And like, I don't know. I mean, this happened last year. They started off the season weird, and then the second half of the year, they started running it. I wouldn't be surprised with the Hawks if they just do it again, to be honest. Trae Young is a superstar, and I think he's playing like one too. The Heat, dude. Oh, the Heat. I'm happy for Tyler Hero playing well again. Jimmy Butler's doing his thing. He was an MVP candidate for a little bit of the year. Bam Adebayo, when healthy, is fantastic. Kyle Lowry's been a great pickup for the team. Oladipo, I don't know if he's going to come back or not ever, right? But I think he's only going to be an addition to this team. PJ Tucker's been a good defender. Everything about this team, I don't have any problems with the ratings at all. The Hornets are starting to slow down from how they were at the beginning of the year, but I still think this is a very good team. I kind of want them to make the playoffs. I think they deserve it. I think LaMelo Ball's been super impressive. Gordon Hayward's been remember this, Gordon Hayward lost his leg for like a year and a half, and to come back as the way he has been is impressive. Miles Bridges is turning to a star pretty soon. Terry Rozier gets buckets. Kelly Oubre is kind of getting a redemption season. And Cody Martin coming out of nowhere. This team has been very, very impressive. I think everyone deserves it. I think Miles Bridges will have a higher rating at the end of the year, though, for sure. Donovan Mitchell should have a 90 overall for the Jazz, straight up. Right? This is a great team, but every year they're a great team. It frustrates me that every season we do this with the Jazz. Like, oh, their ratings are fantastic. They're low-key good. But then they don't win anything. They need a win. And if they want to win, Donovan Mitchell's going to have to be the one that steps up and takes them there. But we're going to have to wait and see this year. The Kings, it's sad because at the beginning of the year, Harrison Barnes had the highest rating. He was looking amazing. And then I had to apologize for the shit talk I talked about Harrison Barnes. And here we are back down at 81 overall. Such a weird player. Buddy Hield's another weird player that has a chance to be one of the best players and then just goes down. I don't know. This team's so weird. This is so weird. They have talent, but just not enough to win. The Knicks have been a major disappointment this season. Nothing close to as good as they were last season. They were barely able to drop 80 points last night against the Thunder. That's bad. That's bad. That's not good. Julius Randle, 84, and it's been probably should be lower. RJ Barrett's been inconsistent. Mitchell Robinson's hurt half the time. Kemba Walker didn't even play. Obi Toppin doesn't get enough minutes. Alec Burks is good. Manny Quickly's been good, but it's like the bench has been good, but the starters, all these guys have been awful this year. I don't know what. It's like they got complacent. It's sad. For the Lakers, man, Anthony Davis is so weird. I don't even know. He needs to stay healthy, first of all, and second, he hasn't been as dominant as we know Anthony Davis can be. LeBron James is actually starting to play good lately. Russell Westbrook's rating I still believe is too low. I think it's a disrespectful rating, and then I think everyone else is about right. I feel. Isn't Isaiah Thomas on the Mavs? Wait, what? 2K. The Magic, there's not really much to talk about the Magic. I think Franz Wagner's exciting. I think Cole Anthony's being pretty consistently good. These two players are really exciting for the future. And Wendell Carter Jr. is not bad. So, they got something for the future. For the Mavericks, I will stick to my belief that I've had for a long time with the Mavericks. I think they're good. I think Luka Doncic is one of the best players in the NBA. I think Porzingis is starting to play better. It doesn't matter. If you want to win a championship in today's NBA with stacked teams that we have now, you cannot win with just Luka and Porzingis. You need to have a third. And even though Jalen Brunson's good, even though Tim Hardaway Jr. can average 20 points, he's done it before, that's not what I'm talking about. You need a defender, a great defender that can get you 20 whenever he wants. I don't think that they have anyone consistent like that on this team. So until that changes, this team isn't going to win a championship. I could be wrong, but that's how I feel. With the Nets, KD doing his thing. Kyrie's never going to come back, and James Harden's an 89 overall, and I don't remember the last time James Harden was below a 90. I think James Harden should stay at a 90, to be honest with you. And then the rest of the team that I thought weren't going to be good at all is crazy. How LaMarcus has been decent. Patty Mills has been amazing, right? So, they could do it. It's going to be hard. It's all assumes about Kyrie Irving and what happens if he comes back, but yeah. Interesting team. Weird team. The Nuggets, it's just Nikola Jokic, really. Everyone else has been inconsistent, like Aaron Gordon and Will Barton. And Monte Morris has been solid. He's almost the second best player on this team, which is crazy. All because Jamal Murray's been injured. And Michael Porter Jr. is gone. It's just a shame that this team is if everyone was healthy, they'd be an NBA champion contender. But they're not healthy. It's crazy. The Pacers are kind of a letdown this season for sure, because this is the same roster they've been had, and they were winning with this roster, so it's really weird that they're not winning. So And TJ Warren, have we talked about how TJ Warren hasn't played basketball in like 2 years, dude? Like, where is he? What happened to him? With the Pelicans, John Valanciunas has been the best player on the Pelicans, but lately it's been Brandon Ingram, so I feel that Brandon Ingram needs to have the highest rating, or at least tied. This team could maybe be better if Zion was back, but that's just not going to happen this year maybe because he's just been, you know, big, right? It's his broken foot, but he's just been big. So, yeah, it's a weird team. I'm surprised Devontae Graham doesn't have a higher rating. Josh Hart being the third best player on the Pelicans is a weird feeling, but yeah, it's a weird team. The Pistons, not much to say, to be honest with you guys. Just Cade Cunningham is the best player on this team when Jeremy Grant is not healthy, but when he's healthy, it's Jeremy Grant, obviously. Cade's been okay. Yeah, there's not really much to say with the Pistons, though, to be honest with you guys. The Raptors are a disappointment this year. They should be winning a lot more games. This is a roster that's won before, so I don't know how they can't win now. Pascal Siakam's back. Fred VanVleet's here. OG is fantastic. Scotty Barnes is a Rookie of the Year candidate. Gary Trent Jr. is one of the greatest defenders in the NBA that can also get 20 a night. Like, Chris Boucher, when he gets minutes, plays well. Like, I mean, there's no excuse for this team. There isn't. I don't care that Kyle Lowry is gone. I don't care that Kawhi was gone. This team is still good, and they should be winning. The Rockets, I gotta be honest with you guys, there's nothing to say about the Rockets. John Wall hasn't played. Christian Wood is good, but, like, it doesn't matter when this team is terrible, right? It's just, there's nothing really to say about this team. The Spurs, you know, they have moments where I think they're going to start winning, and then they don't, and then they're all over the place. DeJounte Murray is the best player on this team, and I hope he comes back soon. Keldon Johnson has been good. He has moments where he looks great. He's 21. I think he's going to get better throughout time, but like this season, he's been a good three-point shooter. I think his rating should go up, but that's it. Derek White's been super inconsistent, and that needs to change. Pirtle's been a low-key good player this season. Vassell's been all over the place. Thaddeus Young doesn't even belong on this team. Yeah. I want this team to be good, and it's going to depend a lot on this man right here, Lonnie Walker, to play better, because he should not be a 74 overall. He needs to be like a 78 when he plays well, but he's been inconsistent, and that's the problem with this team is inconsistency. The Suns are an NBA champion contender as of today. Chris Paul wants his chip, and I kind of want him to win it. I kind of want a run back this season. I want a Suns-Bucks final. I'm going to say it. Last year's finals was extremely underrated. It was a really good contest, and I think it was 100% genuine finals. Like, I think it was deserved. And I think both these teams, the Bucks and the Suns, need to do a repeat. It was a great finals. The Thunder are low-key okay. You know, Josh Giddey, I think, has COVID right now, but, like, SGA has been fantastic. Giddey's been a surprise. Dort's been good all year. It's just that everyone else is kind of the giant, like, ugh. I think they have something good for the future, right? But everyone else, they need to build around these three right here for sure. For the Timberwolves, this is a team that has no excuse. They need to make the playoffs. They have the talent. Cat's like a 90 overall if they're winning, like straight up. Anthony Edwards is like an 88 overall when they're winning, but because they're not winning, they don't have high ratings. But like this team has the talent. They need to start winning some games, like for sure. The Trailblazers, I think, need to blow it up today. CJ's gone and Dame is playing good, but like it's not mattering. This team's not winning anything. They need to blow this team up for sure. They don't have any young talent though, which is kind of the problem, except for like Simons and like Nasir Little. So blow it up and let them work and try to get some picks or something, because like this team isn't gonna win anything, and you're wasting Dame's prime. The Warriors, now that Clay's back, bro, this team could win a championship. We'll have to wait and see. I know I said I have the Bucks, but like realistically, my finals prediction as of today is going to be a Bucks-Warriors final. That's what I feel, right? But I think the Suns deserve it, but I think the Warriors are going to get it because they're that good this year. And then the Wizards started off the season so well, but they've been losing lately. It's kind of sad. But they still have Beal. Dinwiddie's been super inconsistent out of nowhere. Montrezl Harrell has been too. Kuzma, this is actually the king of inconsistent talent, to be honest with you. Okay. That's all how I feel about the season, about the ratings. What do you guys think? Leave it in the comments below. If you like the channel, please give it a sub. I'll see you guys next time. And Happy New Year's.